Hello and welcome to the next watch video. Today I want to make a watch review of the famous IWC Ingenieur, and I really like this watch. That's the first thing I can say about this watch. I like it that much that I have purchased two of these watches, and the first one was the Aqua dial. It's a stunning green bluish dial, and I really recommend to everyone who is interested in this dial to go and see it in real life, because it is so much more beautiful in person, and it's so hard to capture this petrol dial in on camera. But then I decided, okay, I really like this watch, so I decided to go for something special, something limited, and got this one. And this one is limited to 1,000 pieces. It was especially made for the movie F1 with Brad Pitt, and it was already sold out everywhere. So I purchased it on a secondary market. I purchased it with a little bit of a premium, but it was okay for me because I really wanted this watch. And yeah, first of all, let's start with the dimensions of the watch, like in every video of mine. And we have a case diameter of 40 millimeter, and it was true to its size, in my opinion. We have a lug to lug distance of depends where you exactly measure it. So if you measure it from here to here, we have like 45 millimeter. But as you can see, this outer links are very stiff, so you can't move them at a certain point. So you have to have at least some like 50 millimeter wrist size to wear it properly, in my opinion. And if I measure it from here to here, we have like 43, but it wears really great on small wrists also, so you don't have to panic. Also, we have a case thickness of 10.7 millimeter, and we have a beautiful taper on the bracelet. It tapers down from 24.5 millimeter to around 18 millimeter. And yeah, so the design of this watch was created by Gerald Genter, but at this certain point every watch enthusiast already knows that, and I think it's one of the more beautiful designs of him. I really like the design of the Nautilus. I also like the design of the Royal Oak, but I think the Ingenieur is something between those two, and I think it's the more, how can I describe it? It's the more all-rounder of them, because this watch you can wear to anything, in my opinion. We have some beautiful brushed areas. So we have here some horizontal brush, and we have on the bracelet we have also polished and brushed links, and the polished center links give it a really beautiful contrast in the bracelet. And yeah, you get some Nautilus vibes from it, and as you can see, it really articulates well, and I really like this bracelet, and I think it has the right amount of tapering. And yeah, the only downside I can see is this butterfly clasp, because it doesn't have any micro adjustment, but it's very secure. It looks really good and fine. And yeah, one thing I also really like is that this screws, these are some pins, and we have a pin system where you have to push on this center part, and then you can push out the link. And the I think overall it looks really cool, because you don't see any screw heads or something like this, and it looks really great, in my opinion. Yeah, and also we have a closed back. So inside it we also have a soft iron case for anti-magnetic purposes. So yeah, the watch is anti-magnetic. We also have water resistance of 100 meter and the screw down crown. So really great design choices. Also, I like this brushed bezel. And I also really like that these screws are symmetrical. And yeah, one really great thing about this watch is this anti-reflective coating. We have anti-reflective coating on the inside and on the outside of the watch. And it is so well made. I can't believe that I have seen something like this well made anti-reflective coating on any other watch. It appears to have no glass at all. And it's so crucial for this watch because this dial is so incredible well made and so beautiful. As you can see, all IWCs have a chessboard pattern on it, and all of them have some shininess on it. So they are shiny, they reflect the light, and even the black one. And it is so beautiful in the light, and it reflects on certain situation this pattern so well that it looks so beautiful. And it depends where you hold it and the conditions of the light. And sometimes this watch appears to be a little bit gray, but most of the time it is light green. And I really like the contrast of this applied indices also. I really like the fawn color of the date. That is also in the same matching color of the dial. And overall, yeah, really, really, really great dial. I really like it. So, what else can we say about this design? One thing I want to mention. Let me show you the box. That's a negative thing from my side. You have to be aware that if you have bigger wrists, that you should check if the links inside the box are enough to your wrist size, because I have the problem, as you might see. I have 17 centimeters of wrist size. It's 6 3/4 inches, and as you can see, it wears perfectly for me, yeah, on my wrist. But I already have used all normal links, and the only thing that is left are this slightly bigger, put them all back. So these are these bigger pieces, and as you can see, they are slightly bigger than the normal ones. So normally you can get a perfect fit for your bracelet, but I only got 2 of them left. So overall, you have to consider that I have a small to medium sized wrist. If you have a bigger wrist, like 18 or 18.5 centimeters, you should check if you have enough links inside it. And if not, you have to purchase some. That's a big negative in my opinion, because everyone with bigger hands has a problem with this watch. So yeah, that's a negative and something you have to consider. So let's go on with the review. And let's talk about the movement. So let's zoom in a little bit. Screw down crown, yeah. It winds very beautifully. It has a beautiful sound. Let me hold it to the microphone. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's very smooth. We have a quick date function, so we can set the quick, real quick. the date real quick. And yeah, one negative some people are mentioning is that if you pull out the crown, that sometimes the minute hand is jumping. Maybe I can show it. I think it's only on some models, but there's no big problem because you can always send it to IWC and they will fix it. It doesn't have any impact on the reliability of the watch or the function of the watch, so it's basically a problem if you are annoyed of it, but they can fix it. And also there's one thing I want to mention. It's not cost certified, but it is around cost certification. The problem is that IWC doesn't regulate every watch, so it can happen that this watch, like this watch for example, runs like -4 seconds per day, and I know some people don't like that. Every watch enthusiast wants to have the watch between 0 to +5 seconds. So yeah, you have, but it's not a big problem because you can go to the IWC boutique and change it for free and regulate the watch for free. So yeah, it's a small negative in my opinion. And yeah, we have a reliable movement inside it. It's called the IWC 32111. It has 120 hours of power reserve. It's a really exceptional power reserve of 120 hours. We have 163 components inside it and 21 joules. And the movement is beating at 28,800 vibrations per hour, so with a 5 Hertz sweep. And yeah, so it's a reliable movement. It's maybe for some people it's a big negative to have this kind of movement inside it because it's the same movement you find in the Mark 20, and the Mark 20 is selling around 7,000 euros, 6 to 7,000 euros, and this one is selling for 12,900 euros. And the secondary market you can get the watch for 11,000 euros, 10 to 11,000 euros, or in a used condition like 9.5, something like this. It depends on the condition of the watch. I'm talking about the basic models, not this limited edition models. So yeah, I mean the white, the black, and the aqua dial, and also they released a new blue dial. So yeah, you have a little bit of options. You can also go a little bit higher, get other movements. So the Ingenieur line is expanding. So yeah, you can basically choose which color you like or which movement you like, and you don't have to depend on this movement. It's a big critique point for a lot of people that this watch is not worth the money. But I think a little bit differently because if I'm being honest, I don't know what movement inside the Nautilus or Royal Oak is, and I don't care what kind of movement inside this watches is. I know it's reliable. I know it's from a well-known manufacturer. So yeah, I buy a Royal Oak and a Nautilus because of the design and not because of the movement inside it. And you also have to consider that a lot of this movement of this high horology brands also doesn't have any hacking seconds, and so that's also negative, but nobody's talking about it. And it's like justifying, oh, this is a high horology and this not, and you can accept that the Ingenieur costs this much, but they did it. And if I'm being honest, the demand of this watch is very high and still is, and you can't get a used one for 6 or 7,000 euros like a Mark 20. It's not possible. If there wasn't this demand, I think it would be a lot cheaper, this watch, but I think this watch has something else going for it and not the movement inside it. It's a reliable movement. You get 8 years of warranty from IWC. I think it's a good sign in my opinion, and it works well. You have a great watch. You had a great design, and the build quality is really great. And I think the price is justified because you buy the design. And yeah, it's a IWC, I understand that. But if I compare it to a Royal Oak and a Nautilus, I don't know if a Nautilus is really 10 times better than this one, or a Royal Oak is 3 times better than this one, or 2 times better than this one. Yeah, I don't see that, because I think this style is looking more great. It looks really, really great. It looks a lot better than the dial of a Royal Oak, in my opinion. The bracelet is beautiful. It's really well made. It's a lot of engineering inside this pin system. Yeah, we don't have a micro adjustment. That's a negative also from my side, but I think it's okay. Yeah, it's okay, and it's a luxury item, so you have to consider that the demand of a watch keeps the price up or down. And if the demand is high, the watch is getting value. So, and I think if the price was not justified, then I would not see this watch in such a high demand. And yeah, it's one of their more popular watches, and I think it was a home run, in my opinion. You don't have to buy it, but if you honor the design of Gerald Genta and this new IWC, I think it's worth the money. That's all I can say. Yeah, if you only look at the specs, if you only look at the movement, and you buy a watch only because of the movement, then no, the price is not justified. Okay, but you don't buy this watch for the movement. If you're being honest, yeah, that's my opinion on it. Let's make a quick Lume shot at the end. A little bit darker. So we have green Lume on it applied. The Lume is okay. It's not that bright, and it fades really quickly, but it's okay. It's enough. Yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. My next watch review will be the Vacheron Constantin Overseas. I have purchased this watch 1 week ago, and it's a stunning watch. And yeah, but it will take a little bit of time to make the video. So subscribe and like for more content, and it keeps me motivated to make more videos, especially because I have only a small membership subscriber, but yeah, it keeps me motivating still. So goodbye until next time.